Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here. It is Tuesday the 25th of June. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Don't forget that the site's kept completely free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen. When you come back and visit the site and use the site, that generates revenue that keeps us free of charge, so thank you for doing that. In the process of getting the video sponsored as well, so some developments taking place, and hopefully you'll see the results of those coming through within the next few months. But exciting times ahead, and it means that we can offer you even more information as well. Now, I wanted to focus in this video just looking at the MJO and the CFS, and giving us some conflicting signals, really. I mean, over the next few days, it looks like conditions are generally going to be dry, as you'll have been seeing in the forecast, particularly the fast forecast that's been produced by Gary. There is going to be some rain around, and it causes us some difficulties, the rain, as it slips into the north, particularly during Thursday and into Friday. But some questions over rain in the east tomorrow as well. Really difficult forecasting period when you get a north to northwesterly developing, and deciding on, with a trough in the North Sea, how much that influences the weather across the eastern coast of the country. But let's just look a little bit further ahead. I wanted to show you this. It's the MJO from the ECMWF seasonal model, and it's the bright green line that you can see surrounding, that's here, that you can see surrounding the wheel here. And what I've done here is just mark on the dates that we see various phases developing. Now, the interesting phase as far as the MJO is concerned is as we head into phase 3. And normally about 6 days after we enter phase 3, we tend to start to pick up more of a westerly flow across the Atlantic. Although what it does also indicate as well is an increased chance of blocking across Scandinavia with high pressure building. Now, you notice that we go into phase 3 around about the 11th of the month. So that would put us into more positive NAO territory from around the 17th onwards. So it's about the 17th of July onwards that it would hint that conditions would go more westerly, although we have blocking across Scandinavia. Now, it depends on how far west that ridge is over Scandinavia that blocks conditions out, that really dictates what our weather is going to be like across the UK. But with a positive NAO, and as we go into phase 4, that really is the true NAO signal of positive weather, of unsettled conditions. You tend to find that the westerlies blast through anyway, and so the British Isles tends to become more unsettled. So the indication from the MJO as we swing around from phases 3 into phase 4 is certainly that from around about the sort of 17th of the month onwards, conditions will become notably more unsettled. Now, that's not the case as far as the CFS is concerned, because this is the CFS forecast. Now, this is week 3, okay? And week 3, look, is showing high pressure building to the north. These are higher than normal heights, extending right the way across the Atlantic and Scandinavia to the north of the British Isles. Now, that would build in an easterly flow, Scandinavian blocking, which, of course, is what we said was indicated as we head into phase 3, although the Scandinavian blocking probably building a little bit later. But then, if we look at week 4, which is the 16th to the 22nd. Look, it's got the high split and developing down towards the southwest of the country. So it's got the idea the high would be somewhere in here. So it has the idea of high pressure being there, but the CFS kind of loses it in this week 4 period, which is exactly when the MJO is making things more unsettled. So I think what we can pick up is that overall the CFS and the MJO agree to some extent, although they're probably about a week out. The MJO, the ECMWF, is definitely seeing this idea of pressure building and of conditions, well, rather pressure building across Scandinavia and the block building through, but of conditions probably deteriorating across the British Isles. I'm going into more of a westerly to end the month. Now, I'm going to do some more work on this. We've got to look at the analogues. We've got to see what previous years were doing to give us a feel as to how things are going to change here into the middle to the latter stages of the month. But for the time being, I just wanted to kind of convey this information to you as to where we're getting these signals from, of higher pressure trying to build into the middle of the month, but then kind of collapsing away from about the sort of 16th, 17th onwards. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of information to work on. We'll build on this theory during the coming days, but for now, thanks for watching weatherweb.net. As I said at the beginning, don't forget we're kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen and by you coming back and using the site. So once again, thanks for doing that, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.